Ever get a headache that just ruins your whole day? You're definitely not alone. It's one of the most common complaints people have. But have you ever wondered what's actually happening inside your head? Today, we're going to dive deep into the world of headaches. We'll cover the different types, what causes them, how to find relief, and most importantly, when you should really see a doctor. So, grab a glass of water, relax your shoulders, and let's get started. First up, let's talk about the main players. Terry Areober, 150 different types of headaches, but they mostly fall into two categories: primary and secondary. Primary headaches aren't caused by another medical condition. The headache itself is the main problem. The three most common primary headaches are tension headaches, migraines, and cluster headaches. Tension headaches are the most frequent offenders. They often feel like a constant ache or pressure around your head, especially at the temples or back of the head and neck. It's often described as feeling like a tight band is wrapped around your forehead. What causes them? Stress is a huge trigger, but so are things like poor posture. I strain from staring at screens all day, fatigue, and even clenching your jaw. The good news is they're usually mild to moderate and don't typically cause other symptoms like nausea. Next are migraines. If you've had one, you know they're in a completely different league. A migraine is more than just a bad headache. It's a complex neurological event. The pain is often a severe throbbing or pulsing sensation, usually on one side of the head. But it doesn't stop there. Migraines can bring along a whole host of other fun symptoms like nausea, vomiting, and extreme sensitivity to light and sound. Some people also experience an aura before the headache hits, which can include visual disturbances like flashing lights or blind spots. The exact cause isn't fully understood, but genetics and brain chemistry play a big role. Triggers can be anything from certain foods and hormonal changes to lack of sleep and even changes in the weather. Then we have cluster headaches. These are less common but are incredibly intense. They're called cluster headaches because they occur in cyclical patterns or cluster periods. The pain is severe, often described as a sharp, burning, or piercing sensation, typically located in or around one eye or on one side of the face. These attacks can last from 15 minutes to 3 hours and can happen multiple times a day. During an attack, people might also experience a stuffy or runny nose, a droopy eyelid, or tearing on the affected side. The exact cause is unknown, but it seems to be related to the hypothalamus, the part of your brain that governs your biological clock. Now, let's move on to secondary headaches. These are symptoms of another condition. Think of them as your body's alarm system telling you something else is wrong. The causes can range from something as simple as dehydration or a sinus infection to more serious issues. For example, a caffeine withdrawal headache is a secondary headache. So is the dreaded hangover headache, which is caused by dehydration and the effects of alcohol on your body. Even overusing pain medication can lead to what's called a medication overuse headache. It's a cruel irony, isn't it? The very thing you take to stop the pain ends up causing it. So, how do we treat these pesky headaches? For typical tension headaches, over-the-counter pain relievers like ibuprofen or acetaminophen can be really effective. Lifestyle changes also make a huge difference. Regular exercise, getting enough sleep, staying hydrated, and managing stress through things like yoga or meditation can reduce their frequency and severity. Applying a warm compress to your neck or a cold pack to your forehead can also provide some quick relief. For migraines, treatment is a bit more complex. Over-the-counter pain relievers can sometimes work if you take them at the first sign of an attack. However, many people need prescription medications called triptans, which are specifically designed to stop a migraine in its tracks. For those who get frequent migraines, a doctor might prescribe preventative medications that you take daily to reduce how often they happen. Identifying and avoiding your personal triggers is also key. Keeping a headache diary can be super helpful for this. You can track your diet, sleep patterns, and activities to see if you can spot a connection. Treating cluster headaches often requires help from a doctor. Fast-acting treatments can include inhaling high-flow oxygen or taking specific prescription medications. Because the pain is so severe and comes on so quickly, over-the-counter pain relievers usually don't work fast enough. Now, for the most important part of this video. When is a headache a sign of something more serious? While most headaches are benign, some can be a red flag for a medical emergency. You should seek immediate medical attention if you experience a headache that is sudden and severe, like a clap of thunder inside your head. Also, if your headache is accompanied by a fever, stiff-necked confusion, seizure, double vision, weakness, numbness, or difficulty speaking, it's time to call for help. A headache that gets progressively worse over days or weeks, or one that starts after a head injury, also warrants a trip to the doctor. Remember, you know your body best. If you have a first or worst headache of your life, or if your usual headache pattern changes significantly, don't hesitate to get it checked out. It's always better to be safe. And if you're struggling with chronic headaches, please talk to a healthcare professional. You don't have to suffer in silence. There are effective treatments and management strategies available that can dramatically improve your quality of life. To wrap up, understanding your headaches is the first step toward managing them effectively. Whether it's a simple tension, headache, or a debilitating migraine, there are ways to find relief. Pay attention to your body, learn your triggers, and don't be afraid to seek professional help when you need it. We hope this breakdown was helpful and gives you a clearer picture of what's going on when your head starts to hurt. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more health and wellness content. And hey, share it with a friend who might find it useful too. Stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next one.